Hello boys and girls, welcome to English class. Today we will be talking about modal verb can for possibility and prohibition and modal verb have to for expressing obligation. We will also learn traffic rules and signs. We use modal verb can when we talk about our abilities. I can dance. I can swim. I can sing. I can run. I can jump. I can fly. I can sleep. I can dive. I can read. I can eat. I can walk. But we also use can to say that it is possible to do something. For example, you can get to school by car. You can take a taxi. My friend can visit me this week. You can buy tickets tomorrow. Look at these pictures. Do you recognize these signs? Let's make up the sentences using modal verb can. And we can say, you can wash your car here, or you can make a phone call here. Let's learn more traffic rule signs. You can park your car. You can ride a bike. Remember, you can use modal verb can for abilities and possibilities. For negative form, we add not after can. The full form is cannot, which is written together as one word. Contraction has two different pronunciations. The British English, can't, and the American English, can't. We use negative form can't when it is impossible to do something. For example, you can't get to school by bicycle if you are not trained. But we also use can't for prohibition. Look at these traffic signs, children. There is something we can't do. The first picture tells us that you can't park your car. The second picture shows that you can't ride a bike. Don't forget to use can for ability, possibility, and prohibition. Are you ready to play a game? You already know some traffic signs. Look at these pictures and choose can or can't. The time is up. Let's check your answers. The first sign tells us that you can't park your car. The second sign shows us that you can park your car. Let's try again. You can wash your car. You can't drive 60 kilometers an hour. You can't talk here. You can ride a bike. You can't ride a bike. You can make a phone call. Well done, kids! Let's have some break and watch the video about traffic light.
When you're walking, you're pedestrian. The pedestrian signal shows you when to cross. Red means stop, yellow means wait, and green means go. When you're driving, watch the traffic light. The traffic light shows you when to go. Red means stop, yellow means wait, and green means go.
When you're walking, you're a pedestrian. The pedestrian signal shows you when to cross. Red means stop, yellow means wait, and green means go. When you're driving, watch the traffic light. The traffic light shows you when to go. Red means stop, yellow means wait, and green means go. Red means stop, yellow means wait, and green means go.
Have to is another modal verb. Let's pronounce it correctly. Have to. We use have to talk about obligation, things that are necessary for us to do. For example, it's too late, I have to go home. For a positive form, we put subject at the beginning of the sentence plus have to plus verb. I have to go. You have to go. We have to go. They have to go. But in third person singular, with the pronouns he, she, it, we use has instead of have. She has to go. He has to go. It has to go. They have to study hard. She has to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. We have to wash our hands every time. We have to stay at home. Children, look at these traffic signs. They say you have to drive slowly and you have to be very careful. He has to drive 50 kilometers an hour. You have to cross the road here. Now let's have some practice. Look at these pictures and say what these children have to do. You have some time for doing this task. The time is up. Let's check your answers. She has to water a flower. He has to feed his dog. Very good. Let's try one more time. He has to mop the floor. They have to cook the dinner. The children have to stop. He has to drive slowly. Very good, kids. Here is another task for you. Complete the sentences with have to or has to. One. Aygul has to study hard for the exam. Two. Bolot has to clean his room. Three. I have to cut the grass every Sunday. Four. David has to play football after class. Five. You have to make your bed every day. For making negative sentences, we have to put don't or doesn't before have to. I don't have to go. You don't have to go. We don't have to go. They don't have to go. But she doesn't have to go. He doesn't have to go. It doesn't have to go. We use don't have to or doesn't have to express something which is not necessary to do. For example, the children don't have to go to school. It's Saturday. He doesn't have to get up early on Sundays. We have a lot of time. We don't have to be in a hurry. He doesn't have to work on Sundays. And now let's have some practice, kids. complete the sentences with doesn't have to or don't have to. One. She doesn't have to go to school on Saturday. 2. You don't have to do the dishes. 3. It's Sunday. He doesn't have to go to work. Very nice. When we want to make question form, we need to put do or does at the beginning of the sentence. Let's ask the questions and give short answers. Do I have to go? Do you have to go? And the short answers are yes, I do. No, I don't. Do we have to go? Yes, we do. No, we don't. Do they have to go? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Does she have to go? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Does he have to go? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Does it have to go? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Do you have to stay at home today? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does he have to eat the vegetables? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Does he have to mop the floor? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Do they have to cook the dinner? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Do we have to drive slowly? Yes, we do. Do we have to be careful? Yes, we do. Does he have to drive 50 kilometers an hour? Yes, he does. Does she have to cross the road here? Yes, she does. Before you start doing exercises, let's sum up everything what we have learned about modal verbs can and have to. Don't forget that can is used for possibilities and prohibition. And modal verb have to is used for obligation, and don't have to, doesn't have to, for things that are not necessary to do. Look at the pictures and complete the sentences with can or can't. You can find something to eat and drink here. You can't use your mobile. You can't go out here. You have to go at 50 kilometers an hour. You don't have to pay for the second drink. You have to cross the road here. You can't start walking. You can't turn right. You have to stop. You can't take pictures here. You have to turn left. You can't drive in this direction. Great! You have learned a lot of interesting and useful information about modal verbs. Let's remember, what did we learn today? We can use modal verb can for expressing possibilities, can't for prohibition, have to for obligation, don't have to for things that are not necessary to do. Our lesson is over. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.